So, Chapter 2, Exercise 2. We are asked to write an algorithm that computes the norm of the vector by translating equation 7 into code. And then we confirm that with some random vectors where we know what the norm should be. And then we also compare our result against the function numpy.linalg.norm. So first, let's have a look at equation 2.7. So here's equation 2.7. This computes the norm of the vector. So for vector v, the notation, which is this like double parallel line surrounding the vector. And then it's the square root of the sum of all of the individual vector elements. So the Python code is pretty straightforward. I'm defining a Python function. And inside that function, so we input a vector v, and then we square each element of that vector. We sum over all the elements, and then we take the square root of that and return that. Okay, so now I'm going to do two tests. The first test is on a vector that is already unit norm. So obviously this should return 1. Now, if we run this and it returns like 3.8, then something went horribly wrong somewhere. So run this and okay, no surprise, we get 1. Okay, and now I'm going to have some other vector here. It's 3-dimensional, so 3 elements, but you can come up with any vector. It doesn't matter. It's arbitrary length. And basically, I'm just going to print out the output of my function that I wrote here versus the output of numpy.linalg.norm on the same vector input. Okay, and then we get, whatever it is, 3.74. The answer doesn't actually matter. What matters is that we get the same answer from both my function here and from the linalg.norm function. Now, in general, this kind of a function is short, so you could write it yourself. But for something like this, it's better just to use the NumPy function and not write this out yourself. That's not always the case. There are certainly situations where it's better to write out a function on your own and use your own function and not a function that comes with a library. But, the point of this exercise and many of these exercises is for you to make sure that you understand the concepts. And once you understand the concepts, you see the math, you see the code implementations, then it's fine to continue using built-in functions from libraries.